Are you ready for a rowdy game of frontier cannibalism? Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of A Happy Moment. I hope your answer is yes, because today I'll be talking about a board game called Donner Dinner Party. First, here's a little bit of backstory. In 1846, brothers George and Jacob Donner led a group of pioneers from Illinois out west in hopes of reaching California. This was known as the Donner Party. They started with more than 80 people, but almost half would perish along the way. They had a couple of factors working against them. To reach their destination, they had to leave by a certain time of the year to avoid bad weather in the Sierra Nevada mountains. The Donner Party left a month after the recommended time. They also had some bad directions from a trail guide and ended up taking an untested shortcut. They had to clear parts of the trail, and this delayed them even further. By the time they reached the mountains, the weather was getting bad and they became trapped from all the snow. With their food supplies dwindling, they became desperate. They boiled leather and anything else they could find into paste. When people started to pass away, they became a food source as well, though not everybody engaged in cannibalism. The strongest members of the party went ahead to find help, and the surviving members were finally rescued. There were reports of possibly 2 people who actually committed murder in order to devour their fellow man, but they were never convicted due to lack of evidence. That leads us to today's game, Donner Dinner Party. This is a game for 4 to 10 players and pits pioneers versus cannibals in a struggle for survival. It's actually more of a card game than a board game. The board is the size of a sheet of paper and has a picture of a campfire. Its only functions are to track who is dead or alive and how many rounds have gone by, both of which can easily be done without the board. The game uses 3 card types: supply, roll, and hunting. To start with, every player is dealt a roll card that determines who is a pioneer and who is a cannibal. These cards must be kept face down, so your identity is a secret. Then each player is dealt a supply card, which is also kept face down. More on those later. At this point, a camp leader is chosen. This is determined by whoever was the last person to go on a long trip and survive. The camp leader will then place 1 hunting card face down in front of them and deal 3 hunting cards to the rest of the players. There's 5 different hunting cards: fish, which represents 1 food; squirrels, which represents 2 food; medicine, poison, and empty hands, which is you contributed nothing. Each player selects 1 card and gives it to the camp leader face down. The leader adds their own card to the pile and then shuffles them before revealing the cards. The goal is to provide enough food for every player. Do that, and the round ends with nobody getting hurt. Fail, and someone is voted to be eaten. The pioneers want to keep everybody alive, but the cannibals are trying to sabotage the party. They can do this by contributing the empty hands card or poison. Poison will taint the entire food supply, so even if enough food is provided for every player, it all goes to waste and someone gets eaten. The only way to counteract poison is if medicine was contributed, in which case the food will be safe to eat. For example, in a 4-player game, if someone contributed a fish and someone contributed a squirrel, another person did empty hands, and the 4th person did medicine, that's a total of 3 food. So not enough to feed 4 people, someone gets eaten. And unless the pioneers can play a perfect game, at some point a player will get voted to be eaten. This is done by the camp leader counting to 3, and then all players point at who they think should be eaten. Pioneers will of course want to try and get rid of the cannibals. This is where a lot of the fun is. Before voting takes place, players will discuss who they want to eat. Bickering, lying, and wild accusations ensue as players will say anything to avoid a gruesome fate. In case of a tie, the camp leader will act as the tiebreaker. The leader also has access to a little more info. Before players turn in their hunting card, the leader may choose to inspect one, but they can't show anybody else. They can discuss what the card is, but are you really going to trust what they're saying? The cannibals will have a bit of an edge as well. Before the first round starts, the leader will ask all players to bow their heads. The cannibals are then allowed to look up and acknowledge each other. So when it comes time to vote, pay close attention to who everybody else is voting for, as the cannibals will never vote for each other. Play continues for 6 or 7 rounds, depending on the number of players, and the player to the left of the camp leader will become the new leader for that round. The pioneers win if all the cannibals are killed, or if they can survive all of the rounds. The cannibals win if their numbers equal or exceed the pioneers. Sometimes when I play, we alter the rules a little bit. The instructions recommend 2 cannibals for a 5-player game, so if the first person eaten is a pioneer, the cannibals are going to win a very fast game. you might want to experiment and see what your group prefers. Now let's talk about the supply cards I mentioned earlier. These are single-use cards that can affect the game in various ways. For example, there is a Bible supply card. If you play the Bible right before a vote takes place, you gain immunity for that round. Other supply card uses include being able to play an extra hunting card and taking someone else down with you if you're on the losing end of a vote. So with a game only lasting up to 6 or 7 rounds, there's a lot of strategy that goes into determining when you're going to choose to use your card. There are a couple optional rules you can try out. One of these is the Old Tasty supply card. If you have Old Tasty and you're voted to get eaten, the game ends immediately because you just taste so darn good that everybody converts to cannibalism. Yummy! The other option is adding ghosts to the game. When a player is killed, they become a ghost. They're not allowed to speak, but they can participate in the voting. A ghost can select one living player to scare. That person then becomes too frightened to cast a vote. The ghost may do this one time, and then they are gone for good. An average game lasts about 15 minutes. It's easy to set up and only takes a round or two to get the hang of it, making it a great choice for many occasions. Plus, it's just a lot of fun and provides lots of laughs for everybody. I highly recommend it. If you want to make your game night even more fun, I suggest pairing Diner Dinner Party with the 1999 movie Ravenous. It's about a regiment of soldiers during the Civil War who go on a rescue mission and cross paths with a sadistic cannibal. Good stuff. That's all I've got for this episode. Thank you for joining me, and please feel free to stop by my Twitter, @AHappyMomentPod, and leave any questions or comments, or just to say hello. Thanks for listening. See you next time. Bye.